Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Gray. I am a student coordinator at UCCS downtown. I am currently actually in my house, which is not normal. Usually we are downtown, but Vincent and Stephanie are actually downtown right now. I have a social distancing guidelines and everything. I am at my house, so welcome. Thanks for joining us for another episode of our Feed Your Curiosity series. Today we're going to be hearing from Joy Webb. She is an editor at the Scribe. So let's see if we can go ahead. All right, give us just a second. I think we're getting her hooked up on here. All right, so while we're waiting for that to pop up, we do want to say thank you to whoever. Sorry, everybody. Are you there, Joy?
Hi, Morgan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
Awesome.
How are
I'm
you?
great. How are you?
Good, good. So, if you can just start off by telling everybody just a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Scribe, that would be great.
Yeah, for sure. So, my name is Joy Webb. I am a Colorado native. I'm a senior at UCCS this fall, and I'm a double major in philosophy and English rhetoric and writing. I just started a new club on campus called the UCCS Feminist Club, so I'm the president of that. And my favorite hobby is backpacking.
Perfect. That's perfect. And wrap it up one.
Thank you.
Well, if you could just talk a little bit about how you actually first became involved with the Scribe, that would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So when I came to tour UCCS for the first time ever, I was in the UC and I walked by the Scribe office and I saw it and I knew I had to go kind of like figure out what it was about. I knew that I wanted to join something that had to do with writing because I loved writing and I loved journalism before I came to UCCS. So that was my first interaction. And then when I started at UCCS my freshman year, I applied for a reporter job and was hired as the associate editor. So I've been working at the Scribe since my very first day at UCCS. I love it. It's my favorite thing, and I've devoted so much of my time to it and the people. And it's just a really great community that wants to bring information to all the students on campus.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really interesting that you actually were involved from your first day. That's kind of,
Yeah,
obvious you've stuck with for a while. That's great.
right. Yeah.
So what are you hoping to see as far as the Scribe goes in the future? Because I know we're kind of transitioning online. So how's that going?
Yeah, great question. So currently we are only online. We are really focusing on our website and social media right now. We decided not to print this fall because of kind of like a little bit of a budget cut, but also because we wanted to be more accessible because of COVID-19. So we wanted students to still be able to access us from out of state, wherever they are in the world without like risking their health or safety. So that's been a big deal. And with that, we're wanting to create that bigger online presence and be more of a source that students can continually access us. So we are now a daily publication, Monday through Friday, rather than just once a week. Yeah, so we have about 2 to 3 stories coming out every single day, whether that be breaking news or a story from one of our other sections like culture or opinion.
Wow, yeah, that's wonderful. I didn't know that it was going daily, so that's really interesting.
Yeah,
I
very
like that
exciting.
you're focused on making sure that everybody feels comfortable getting to it as well. Because I've had even some of my friends asking about it, and they're like, "What's happening with the Scribe?" And I'm like, "I know they're going online, but it's even better. I feel like we're getting more stories, maybe."
Yes, we're back.
So, how can students like you, maybe that want to get involved, how can they do that?
Yeah, so if you're wanting to get involved with us by working with us, you can apply. Usually, all of our postings are on Sean's, which is the UCCS student employment page where all the postings are. Right now, we're currently not hiring any more people, but we do hire throughout the semester, not just at the beginning of the semester. So that's something that's really nice that students can not only, access us or be involved with us, but they can work for us. And we are a student employment, paid positions. So that's a really great opportunity for people not only to get their foot in the door with journalism, but also get some experience with writing and actually doing it. If you're not wanting to work with us, though, you can be very involved with us still by obviously reading our articles, interacting with our social media and whatnot. But I think it's really cool that we also have options for students to submit letters to the editor, which you can express any concerns that you might have, anything that you want to highlight, that's going on. I've had a lot of students send me letters to the editor about like the upcoming elections and stuff like that. And then we also like to spotlight student art. So like student writing, student art pieces that you can submit for those to be also published in the paper by emailing us.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So the letters to the editor, those would go directly to you.
Right. Yeah. So scribe@uccs.edu is how you send all of those submissions.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, and then something that I heard actually that was a surprise to me when I was talking with Laura in a previous interview we did, she said it's entirely student run. Can you talk a little bit about that? That's something that you don't really hear of, especially when it comes to student employment.
Yeah. So that's something really cool about student journalism is it's censored and completely student run. So myself and my other co-editor, Cami Hall, and then our managing editor, Annika Schmidt, we kind of take the lead with the organization. And then our advisor, Laura, is who we refer to for, any questions we might have, any concerns. But it's ultimately us choosing the content. It's ultimately us, kind of deciding how things go. So to be able to have your voice said like that without anyone else kind of telling you what to say is really important, especially during these times, I think.
Yeah, that's wonderful, especially considering it's non-censored, and you guys are getting the ability to choose it. And,
Right.
might be submitting things, but also like students are publishing it as well. So
Yeah.
that's definitely important.
Right.
I know this is something that I've wondered and a lot of other people have wondered as well is how's that content chosen? How do you guys go through and make those choices?
Yeah, good question. So every single Friday we have a staff meeting with our entire staff. All of our reporters, all of our photographers, all of our editors get together, like some of those movie scenes that you'll see where they're in a press room and they're all just kind of throwing out story ideas, and all of our section editors are writing them down. And so we kind of just have an open conversation about what we think is important, what we think needs spotlights, what we think students need to hear. One of our favorite things is just having student voices be heard through those stories. So we always really prioritize writing articles that are, showcasing the voices of UCCS students.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic. And I know that, like I said, I'm really happy that you guys are going to be a daily publication and then it's online as well.
Yeah,
Definitely more people, and I'm happy for it. So,
thank you. That means a lot.
well, I don't have any other questions for you. That's all I had. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just think that if you're interested in working with us or like collaborating with something, don't be afraid to reach out. We're very approachable. And even though we aren't in our office as much anymore, you can always email us to get in touch, things like that. So don't be afraid to reach out. We love to interact with all students, faculty, professors, whoever it may be. And something I really, really love is when people reach out to me with story ideas that they have, when they're not in the Scribe, so that we can really be having your voices heard and be reporting on things that you care about. So thank
That's
you
awesome.
so much, Morgan. I really appreciate you doing this.
Yes, we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, this was great. And tell Stephanie thank you and everyone at UCCS downtown.
I will, of course. Thank you again. And I'll let you hop
Yeah.
on that, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. Looks like Joy is hopped Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been wonderful. We're so happy that Joy was able to answer some questions for us. We do actually have another Feed Your Curiosity that was centered around the Scribe as well. It was with the advisor. I know Joy mentioned Laura, their advisor. We actually interviewed her a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago. So feel free to go watch that one as well. It is under our Instagram